did a very productive job. I stood around. Yeah, yeah. There's a new thing that's coming on Facebook. It's quite funny. And the worst bit, I keep seeing it. Like, I know you did nothing productive today, and you're a gay little. The problem is what does humanity actually consider as productivity? Like, you know, producing nowadays. Like, the thing is humanity is such in a different ways that can be helped and blessing for everybody now. Everybody. You see, back in the olden days, I'm not going to lie, it was survival of the fittest, yeah? Only the fittest would have survived back in the day and age. Now I've got so many little bitch asses around me that do my fucking head in, and you can't set, like, it doesn't even get solved with natural order anymore. And you can't do it about the person in the first place. I mean, no offence, mate, I want to punch myself in the face majority of the time because I'm sick of listening to what runs through my head, right? You try and live every single day. Like, I just woke up, and you know the first thing I thought through my head? I don't know the first thing. Why don't you go join your son in heaven? Ah, because suicide don't allow you in heaven. So I'm remained, destroying my health and my well-being, hoping that when my heart gets weighed from a feather, with a feather, you get what I'm trying to say, on the scales with a feather. I'm hoping the reason I did it would outweigh the reason of the burden of what I've done. Yeah. Oh, and there's one thing I'm sick of. What's with these stupid little witches? Hey, I mean, fucking hell, even the Illuminati can't even attack me when it comes to the spiritual realm. Why are you trying, you little weak-ass fucking bitch? Do you want me to play back? Hey? Because, you know, you have to summon a demon and communicate to that demon upon that form. I just send Bulbasaur straight to your fucking door. And even, talk to him now if you want. And if you don't know who he is, oh... See, there's a reason why I actually back Bulbasaur and the demon. Because he turned from evil and fought for better because of love. And yes, this is true. Bulbasaur fell for love. Same way an angel fell for Aphrodite. Or a god. There is no difference. But anyway, on Subnautica, what we're doing is we're exploring this island still. Yay. And, yeah, we're going to see what's happening. But yeah, it's amusing. See, the problem is you can't harm innocent. And I'm one of these people, like, trust me, I laid my sword down a long time ago. Okay? And that's when I lost my kid in my arms. I didn't want to fight people anymore. I didn't want to fight people in the first place. I only ever did it to defend someone, and you know, like, I didn't train to be hard. I trained as a young boy, and the stuff that you see, well, the brief thing, should I say, you know, the short version of the diaper, mate, basically, you know what I mean? That's what you get to see. Yeah? I don't share all my exercise routine on fucking Facebook. I share little bits to try and encourage people. Yeah? To do better. To want better. Not to fucking prioritize money. That's the problem with you all. You prioritize money over life and wonder why life never succeeds. You wonder why your life's so bad. You wonder why your life's so pathetic. It's because you spend most of your life wanting what you can't fucking have. And all I ever wanted was be able to see my son. It didn't have to be every day. It didn't have to be fucking every week. Shit. Through the British social services system, I got left with 4 hours a fortnight. And I was happy and I was grateful for that. Because it was better than nothing. Because being sat here with nothing is a lot worse than when I had them 4 hours to look forward to. It's a lot fucking worse. I've got Christmas and New Year coming up. Fucking well done to a new fucking shit year. I get to buy other people kids' presents, and I don't even get to buy my own kid presents. And the last time I sent his fucking mum money, she didn't even send me a picture of what she brought him because she didn't buy him anything. She just spent the money on her son, and I knew she did. So yeah. Tell me why I would want to do anything for a system like that. You tell me why I would want to wipe a fucking nonce's arse that sits on the government's fucking throne. Why the fuck would I want to work or protect or serve that country? I'm sorry, Russia, but if you need a sleeper fucking agent, mate, let me know. Because I support your country and your beliefs and your views. Right? Britain, I cannot support why Keir Starmer is behind that motherfucking bench. At all. He does not believe in Great Britain, nor does he know great British values, or where we fucking came from, and where we stand in this world as an independent country. This country is full of strong, proud men. Men that can criticize each other and see it as a joke. Yeah? We do not cry. We accept the insult and we turn the table. Or we accept it and we amplify it. Therefore, we're taking the piss out of ourselves now. Because we liked what the person said, but you missed a few things, so we're going to add to it. Because we need to make it sound better. Come on, if you're going to insult, give me at least some fucking effort. Welcome to the true British heart. The heart of the lion. You tell me, you British men, where's the heart of the lion anymore? Where is the roar? And why are our fucking children being threatened, armed? Why are our women? I'm just one man, mate, and trust me, you don't get anywhere as one man. Done this. Done it many times, tried it many times. It's led me into the same situation on where I was just doing everything on my own and I couldn't be arsed anymore, because one day. And it happens, I see. Imagine seeing stuff that you can't talk about, eh? And this is what I mean by all you youngsters, man, that you really don't know what the world actually holds out there, do you? I used to walk the streets at night time, all the time. Trust me. And trust me when I say this, there is demonic entities out there at night time. Okay? You can find these demonic entities. These are not really actually hard to find, to be honest. Go and whistle in the woods. Yeah, you want to find a demonic entity, go out into the woods about 3 o'clock in the morning and don't forget to whistle. Yeah? Because once you do that, you will invite demonic presence. Any demonic presence that was in that proximity, you have now just invited back to your lair. Yeah, I know, innit? Demonic, it's real. Spiritual, real. Oh, real. Sadly, And when I have some stupid Facebook witch trying to tell me something that she knows nothing about, like what, you did research from a book, sweetheart, from a book. Did you ever consider of listening to yourself, which is a true spiritual awakening? Yeah, listening to yourself, listening to your subconscious. Yeah. Hey, yo, we found something, guys. Oh, this is... Oh, right, so we can farm like shit here, then. So we can actually find a lot of them, and I don't know whether they're going to be reusable, but at least we're getting somewhere. We're going to have to take the damage. I was telling my mate about these. I was like, they're great and all. Like, at 25 meters, they'll pretty much ignore you. But I've noticed that when one of their young are around, that seems to increase to 50-meter radius, that they will now seem to, like, pay attention to you. You're just not gonna let me pass. Gonna get past, bro. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm not used to exploring on Subnautica's land, because it's never really had land. Why do I feel like I need a grapple to get up there? I feel like I do need the prawn suit over here. Oh, it is the one. Why is it not attacking you guys? I think I found out what the iron battery would be good for. Why are you chasing me? Big ass worm right there. It's coming up there now, though. Sick.
Calorie intake recommended.
All fairness, really not that intimidating. Oh, I wish I was a scaredy cat just like the rest of the streamers. But I've got two balls and I'm not gonna cry like a bitch. I would like to react, but I've never begged for mercy. Oh, I wish I was dead and leaving humanity in the past. Oh, I wish I was... Oh, shut up, Ben. It's bad enough I have to listen to you once, never mind twice. Do my head in. See, the problem is what most people don't understand is I've spent nearly 13 years now at 3 o'clock in the morning living through the same BS and over and over and over again, to the point where I've got that really good at being able to hide any emotions. I mean, to be honest, the only way you're ever gonna know that I'm depressed, you would have to be a true friend or listening to me right now, is if I look at you and go, I'm hungry, I'm going home. That is the only time you are ever gonna know when I am ever in a bad state of mind and I am truly done and do not want to be here anymore. The only way. Hey, I think we're getting somewhere. Ah, fuck you. Been here. I activated you and all. Or did I not save it? I know where you take me. You take me back to spawn and I don't need to go back there. God damn game, and I may as well be a woman going through menopause. I mean, honestly, do you listen to me? Obviously, we didn't save this then. Why? I don't know. Do I want to question it? No. Do I know what we're doing still? Not a fucking clue. I know I'm looking for a nice bitch a mile out. Mile and a half apparently. Mile fatter anyway. I feel like I did tackle all this shit. Because there's like nothing else down here. There's just a different way into this location. Which I need a laser cutter down there to go and do. Which I've already... Well, obviously I've not done, but when I went down there and cut it, it didn't let me come through. So I guess I have to do it from the other side to activate the ammunition. I don't think I'm supposed to go this way. And yes, there is games that will cop block you in that sort of manner or form. So, you know, it's basically, it's lazy programming. So, basically, you probably was never meant to actually come this way first. You know, the easiest way to access this area would be that at the beginning. So if you was going for a speed run, that's really what you're going to want. You're going to want an iron cube so you can use the teleporter, and then there you go. You're pretty much onto everything that's already going as far as I can see. Do I want to speed run this? No, I've been playing it for ages and I still don't know where the fuck I'm going. And do I fuck? I've been running around an island for ages trying to work some sort of layout, and I'm not going to lie, the thing that makes it mainly difficult I'm not even there, bro. You just destroy my vehicle, though. No. You're trying to. Bro, I just literally do a little speed boost and boom, I'm out your way, bro. Yeah, deal with it. It was so fucking easy. Yeah, I watched one YouTuber trying to deal with them, and they made it look so difficult. They're actually really easy to evade. I don't even understand, actually. I've not even struggled with any evasion, mostly with most creatures. Unless it's a lock-on system like this. Oh, you dead, bro. You dead. Shit, the bed. I hope it's got a slow metabolism. And how does it know I'm here? Because, like, I mean, technically I'm hovering. I'm not even touching the floor. But this is like a magnetic pulsation, which humanity doesn't even realise actually exists. You got to think, if we have a North Pole and a South Pole, I'm pretty sure there's probably some sort of magnetic shit going off there, like, you know what I mean? I mean, in hindsight, we could just use magnets within our roads to probably actually repel a propulsion system that could allow a vehicle to be restricted. You know, basically like the dodgems and shit like that. And we could get around. I mean, people don't even know that electricity's been free for fucking centuries. Like, but I mean, do you know when you teach a whole society to forget what it once was?
Vital signs stabilizing.
How on earth was you ever supposed to remember this? You've all been taught to forget. I mean, come on. Think about it. You go to school. Do you learn to grow food? Or do you learn to be dependent off a fucking state? Yeah? I mean, I can grow food. Been here. I know how to grow food. But compared to a farmer that's got generations, I mean farmers, I ain't gonna lie, for British and the British knowledge that I know of farming, most of it is family inherited. Okay? Farmlands is family land. Okay? There is mostly families and only families that will regulate farms. Yeah? Once again, breaking down
Seek
a
fuel
family
intake.
business. Yeah? A good working family business. A lot that, I ain't gonna lie, you know, as a citizen, I kind of benefit a lot off of farmers. It gives me free time to do shit like this. You know what I mean? And if I wasn't doing shit like this and I didn't have the free time or out like that, I'd probably be mostly destructive. Right? Because I would be bored. And because of my ADHD and my Asperger's, I'm going to look for some sort of excitement in any necessary way to receive. Whether putting my own life at risk or putting someone else's I don't like at risk. You notice the end bit? I've got to not like you to want to put your life at risk. But now if I like you and I see something in you, well, I'm going to try and protect you the best I can. I'm going to try and give you the best advice I can from what I've been through. And the reason why is because the generations that did that before to me taught me a lot. Taught me a lot.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And instead of being that stupid kid, mate, that thought I was smart on everything and I knew everything, I shut the fuck up. And I listened to my elders when I was younger. Because like they said, I don't want you making the same mistake as me. And you see, when someone says, I don't want you making the same mistake as me, you know they're speaking from the heart, mate. You know they are speaking from the heart. And they see something in you that once died in them for them to become who they are today. Do you know how hard that is for a man to see what used to be within him that died in someone else? And instead of being jealous, instead of being spiteful, they chose to help. They chose to give advice. They chose to try and point in a better direction than the one that was heading. You see, that takes a man. That takes a man. Because, I mean, think about it. That man could have done everything within his power. If he fucked his own life up, I'm pretty sure he can easily fuck yours up. And trust me, something like that is so easily replicated. Why do you think people that naturally bring people down are usually around other people that gratitude that, oh wow, we did so good there, didn't we, bro? We fucking just mugged an old lady. You're praising each other's bad behaviours. That's what you're doing. So naturally, now you're causing dopamine in each other's brain, and you're feeding off that. And because you're feeding off that dopamine, what you've done in agmosity, you've now convinced yourself that that's the right thing to do. Sorry, mate. It's just bad behaviour, and you're all stupid little kids that praise it. Right? And most of them don't even have a reason to cry for. I've suffered with anxiety all my life. I'm an undiagnosed Asperger's, autism, and ADHD, and I did get diagnosed when I went to court for my son. Because I was told, go and get all your shit diagnosed, yeah? Or you don't see your kid. Now, no offence to any motherfucking man out there, that's a no-brainer, innit, dickhead? So you go and do as you're fucking told. Especially when you're a 20-year-old boy, yeah, that didn't have a fucking clue what you were doing. A dyslexic twat had to take himself to the library to try and read parental books and legal fucking stuff to gain some education towards what I was going up against. And it was a broken system that favoured the woman as a woman was judging me. Yeah? My ex grabbed me by my balls, but the only thing that they were bothered about is the fact that I restrained the bitch. You know, the police? Oh no, when she tried to get me arrested after doing that, You know what the police said to me? I could have knocked her out and got away with it. Do you know what my reply on that recording was? I wish I'd have known that. Because I restrained her. Now, she was the love of my life, and I'm not really going to be laying hands on her in a bad way. Right? So I'm just going to restrain her. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to take it. Right? But if you want to act big and tough, then I'm going to restrain you. Now, if you're bigger and tougher and harder than me, you're getting as good as you fucking give. I don't care, mate. Equality. You fought for it, accept it. You can't have equality when it benefits you, and then as soon as it doesn't, you want to go back to the old ways. It doesn't work like that. You want to bring one thing in, you bring one thing in. Equality is one rule for one rule for all, no matter the hierarchy. No matter the hierarchy, sorry. Right? So that means you, as a citizen, yeah, is no different than the royal family. That is one rule for one rule for all. Contribution can be met in any way possibility, but to be a part of society, contribution would be needed. We don't need to work dead-end jobs sat there doing fuck all day, because majority of jobs, I mean, come on, you sat there doing fuck all day. You know, like, let's have a look. Unless you work in a convenience shop, yeah, Tesco, Farm Foods, corner shop, your store is a waste of time. Now, it is an absolute waste of time, waste of money, waste of profit, and a waste of a bunch of talented people that could probably do something a lot better with their fucking life than being stood there waiting for some dickhead to decide what fucking kettle they want to make the cup of tea with. And in Britain, it's more likely going to be a cup of tea, so I'm going to stereotype of it, and maybe a bit of racism. But I'm British, so it's not racist. We like a tea. You got a problem with that? There's no point telling us because we're not listening. Like, we'll tell someone else, mate. Like, there's a reason why, like, Costco and all that took forever to get across here, because it wasn't until the Americans managed to actually poison the British mind and start changing us towards your area of life, which, sorry, I mean, Americans, you're built on British foundations. Yeah, everything you stand upon as a country is a British foundation that was laid. Oh shit, bet. Yeah? I can't remember the Americans other than in World War II when you actually came across to help replenish our troops, and I know that because where I grew up, the house in that I was living in as a child was actually built for you Americans to come across to fight World War II. Now, I'm not that old, I just enjoyed listening to my elders because I was finding valuable information. I was finding stuff out about my history I never even knew about. Never even thought about, never even considered. How you doing, Paige? Looking after you, son. Yeah?
Dangerous weather approaching.
And you gotta think, end of the day, yeah, when the world was turning to shit, who laid down their sword for the world to heal? Yeah? Who did that? It was Britain. The righteous men, once a fucking again. Yeah? The righteous men laid down their swords to save the world. Now, we had rifles at the time, but still. Yeah? We laid that down. Now, trust me, as a Christian, and that, I'm not a man of God. Right? I'm a warrior of God. A man of God does not have the right to fight. Okay? But a warrior has the right when given an order. Alf's doing fine, man. He's just chilling, bless him. His nose is getting worse, but I want to see him in through Christmas, New Year, and then I'll see if I have to shed mercy. But He seems okay at the moment. Other than that, he's fine. I mean, I'm fine physically, but emotionally, with the disorders, it's kind of hard to regulate. But no one cares. That's why I'm basically just a drug addict, mate, to be honest. I numb it with cannabis because it's a lot more better than going to a pharmaceutical fucking doctor, mate, that wants to give me 1,054 drugs. How are you doing anyway, Paige? I don't know where I'm going, I'm not gonna lie. We have literally just been expired, not getting off just to sort this shit out. Move. Like, at all. Everywhere just... I don't understand. I'm here where I was like 5 seconds. Everything looks the fucking same, man. It just all looks the fucking same. There is nothing identifiable upon this. Look, see, I'm back here at the bridge. There's supposed to be something over there to scan for fucking Alan's body. There's also supposed to be a fucking prawn suit bitch out and about somewhere. But yeah. Oh. And unlike most people, you can have a look at my channel. I'm not a pick-me YouTuber. I ain't a pick-me person. Shit. I couldn't care if I came last on your bottom... Like, if I came last on your Christmas list. I couldn't care. You see, because the thing is I don't care about your gift, I care about your time. Yeah? You can offer me as much as you fucking well want, mate. Wow. Thanks for something I can replace easily. What about your time? About 5 minutes of that? I can't easily replace that, can I? Nor can you get that back. Huh. That must be the most expensive thing in the world, then. And trust me, you know when you lose your kid in your hands, that's how you start to look at life. That time is the most precious and valuablest thing on this earth. Not anything else. I'm supposed to be fucking stupid and weak. You don't know what's important. Ah, even Jesus rolls in his fucking grave. Disappointment. I don't blame him. And honestly, when that happens, and trust me, my family's very spiritual. A lot more spiritual than these stupid little bitches you see doing tarot reading. Right, no offense, right? You're a demon. You're communicating with a demon. You're not speaking to the divine or out like that. Because the divine will never communicate to you no matter what. Hell, mate, I got that bad of life and struggling to end my own life. I identified as God to try and get the motherfucker to smite me. And I am still here. But I never said I was God. I identified as God. There is a difference. And unfortunately the whole creator, well, he built me. So he knows how I work better than what I do myself. And plus, he's already had experience on what I'm like. Hell, he built my mum, he built my dad. And guess what? He built theirs as well. Because, for me, the only real, true identification of God is the gift of life. Like, come on, you cannot be that naive as a human race. Oh shit. Oh yeah, you got the family crap. I don't do that. I'm basically bar humbug. I brought Alfie a load of treats though. Problem is, I've kind of got sick of Christmas when you can't buy your own kids presents and you don't even get to see them, and even if you send them money, it'll all be a waste of fucking time anyway. The fuck are you having for Christmas dinner and all? Like, you're having pizza and coffee for dinner, like Christmas dinner. There's no way you can be that, like, that's not a healthy meal to live on. I mean, I know you do it all the time, and I can't really actually say it, because it's like, you know, the kettle calling the frying pan, the pot pan, or whatever, I can't remember. Right, I mean, I'm sat here smoking, so how can I really have a go at you for, oh, she eats pizza and drinks coffee? Yeah, I'm smoking nicotine. Also, you know, something else. Right, I'm drinking an energy drink. Reason why? Is because I ain't gonna lie, all these drugs have a concoction, right? The energy drink, right, provides the, basically like the fat that they're gonna put me on from the doctors, the upper drugs, and the cannabis is the down of it. The thing is, I get to drink a drink, I get to smoke something I've done since I was a kid through self-medicating, instead of where I was looking at like 16 tablets in my hand for a 3-course meal a day. No offense, but that made me more suicidal than losing my child. Looking at them and thinking, I've got to survive on you for the rest of my life for something I can't do anything about. Now, I've tried to live with it, I've tried my best. I eat myself alive, is what I do. I'm in a repetitive loop. I tried asking for help a long time ago off my parents for them to ignore me. I tried off my best friend for him to ignore me, and I gave up. After that, I gave up. I was done. I refused to go back to help from the NHS service because they left me in the position on where whole society seems to hate me and look down upon me for something I never asked for. Like, shit the bed, I never even asked to be alive. Do you think I really asked to be in this position? Oh, for fuck's sake, why am I back here again? Right? And the thing is, you know, if humanity wasn't so agmosity towards one another, I mean, no offence, but let's have a look at how you treat your kids. Yeah, and you think you're a good friend. You treat your kids like that, and you think you're a good friend. And I see this all over. You see, because if you're not understanding and be able to sympathise and empathise with your own fucking DNA, how are you ever going to do that to somebody that's basically a stranger to your DNA line? Ah, big scary worm thing. Starting to think I can maybe scan you there. Huh? Oh yeah, and because of what I've been through in life, I'm pretty much completely tone deaf to fear because, you know, I already lost the one thing that I feared in life twice. Worst way ever. And then I'm not quite sure anymore. Because I don't know what's worse. Mourning my child that's not here, or mourning the one I don't get to see. When it kills me each and every day I wake up. And I fucking criticise God each and every day I fucking wake up. And then I suck myself into something like this to distract me for a while. Or at least where I don't have to listen to it. I'm sick of it. Can I... you goose. I don't see any actual need for me to go over there. Yeah, I know. I know you're trying your part, Worm, right? But... God. See, this is what I mean by this place. Like, there's supposed to be an object for me to fucking scan somewhere. Right? But the problem is for the past God knows how long, we have literally just been going around in a motherfucking circle. I don't think there's anything down here. I think I've been here. I think it's just a shitty looting area. Yeah, it's just a shitty looting area. I think. It's a shitty. It just leads me across there, but I don't need to be over there.
Architect data patterns are so strong here.
Alright.
There is almost certainly vital information pertaining to my body construction nearby.
Yeah, you said this like half an hour ago, bro, and I never managed to find it, and I've been complaining for ages, talking about shit in my head that's just driving me insane because, you know. Anyway, it's called the joys of knowing a monologue, mate. This is why I've just separated myself from people. Like, because this is now me. This is me. I've tried to change it, and it's not changing. The problem is I switched my feelings off. I switched my feelings off when I was 7. At 7 years of age is when I actually switched my feelings off.
Hypothermia imminent.
And now, I am trying my best to reactivate feelings that I don't even know what they are anymore. My feelings when I was 7 years old to protect myself was numbness and anger. That was all I had to keep me alive because I lived in survival instinct. Yeah. And all the way through my life I have lived within that same proximity. And unfortunately within life I only got thrown more shit on why I stayed within that proximity. Which made it very awkward to interact with people with constantly being on the survival mode. You know, someone comes up to me and goes, "Hi, how you doing?" What the fuck do you want? Is what my brain thinks ASAP. Why are you standing like that? Why did you speak in that tone? Is there another line behind this? Do you think you can gain something by speaking to me? You see, now that constantly live like that, how do you develop any bonds? How do you develop any friendship? How do you learn to actually interact with people? Well, I ain't gonna lie. Do you know what you do with that? Let me tell you how you survive with that. You don't have any friends. You don't have friends, you don't have connections, and you don't bond with people. Because all you're gonna do is overanalyze every motherfucking situation instead of being able to live in the moment. And it's gonna be repetitive. Over. It doesn't matter how many new connections you meet, who you fucking talk to, who you get to know. It's just honestly the same shit. And now, this can turn multiple different ways in different people. Okay, so you could be the nice one that recognizes like me and separates itself from people and, you know, try and leave them to themselves and do your thing and watch society just basically eat itself alive. You know, the worst bit about it, as I see we in this world, mate, is you want to go, oh no, what are we going to do if there's a zombie apocalypse? There already is a zombie apocalypse. You're already eating each other alive. You've been doing it from day one. You fucking landed on Earth, you dumbass creatures. The fuck do you want? You know? Literally, since day one humanity's been on this planet, you've done nothing but fucking destroy everything. You don't deserve it. The one planet in this whole fucking galaxy right here that we've got that can hold habitable life, and this is what human race decided to do with it. Yeah. That's smart, that is. Just imagine all the governments in their little meeting like, hey, do you know any more planets within our area that we can move to after we nuke this place? No. Well, that means we're going to die with the people. Well, we've got bunkers and that lot. Yeah, but this is why we're growing genetically modified food and seeds. So that when we do this, we can move down. Shh! You're letting the people know. You already warned them about the fucking pedos and everything coming across. Do you want to die? Yes. Yes, I do, government. Oh, and the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Due to my depression, I like actually giving a shit. I want the whole system to break and fall down, but the problem is I'm not gonna lie. The system is not actually a bad thing. It's the people running it that have turned it bad. Yeah, it's nothing to do with the people nor the system. The system works. The system works how it's supposed to. Okay? It keeps you all in line. It gives you something to do because you're bored and you don't know what to do with your time. Yep. This is why we have stupid jobs that don't mean anything within the world, I'm not going to lie. The reason why we have stupid jobs within the world is because without that stupid job, what would you do in your free time? Honestly, answer me. And if you can truthfully take accountability for that, yeah, this is where humanity can now start to move forward. Right? Because there's only three things that humanity really actually needs to do. Number one, you got to drop all the agmosity. You really have. And there's a reason why that one needs to come first. Because the second one that you're going to need to do is take accountability. Now, you see, upon this accountability that you take, you're going to hate yourself. Which is why you need to learn to drop the hate first. And upon that, your third step is learn to prioritize life over money. Life is more valuable. Your kids are more valuable. Like I say, you are not going to get this time back. Things can be in a lot better order. We've got a hell of a lot better fucking technology than what our ancestors did. But yet their civilization still actually worked out a lot better than our civilization. Ours is order, fear-mongering, and chaos. As far as I can say, this is the revelations actually happening. We are in Genesis. The only difference is nobody is listening to the person that is possessed by Genesis. Who are angel and a demon fornicating. Although to me personally, I believe that it make more sense. Gods, it's going more on the Christian belief. So like, our archangels are technically gods, but they are not the first, so that's why they are not the gods, because they are not creator of worlds and galaxies. Okay, they are defenders. Which kind of makes no sense, you know, because like, if God created everything in the first place, why did you create stuff to naturally kill each other, you know? And if God really made humanity within his image, it would probably depict why he never has wings. And if you want my opinion, God's just as bored as we are. And also I have many other different opinions, so trust me, an overthinker, fuck me, Jesus Christ. If you want my opinion, I believe everything now that we watch on TV could be true in a different galaxy. We're just watching the main important. I mean, hell, sometimes I even feel like I'm on a Truman Show sometimes when I'm talking to my best mate. And then I look down at my PS5 controller and realise I've been muted for half an hour, but this cunt's been answering me somehow. And he's only a cunt because I don't know how he's answering me. Like, how have I been muted for the past half an hour, but yet you have managed to answer along with me? Right, I'm done here, because I don't have a clue where I'm going. I thought I got a little bit further that direction. I lied, obviously. Not intentionally, but I honestly don't know what I'm doing in this game. I don't want to board it, I wanted to pick the motherfucker up, but you give me too many options and it's a small destination to pick. Get out. It's like my ex when she jumped out of bed, mate. Alright, wrong hole. It's not my fault your ass is bigger though. It was. What do you want from it? Wasn't a bad thing. I'm not complaining about it. I mean, I didn't really mind, to be honest. I don't care about someone's weight. That's mine. Like, honestly. I can live with a bit of extra weight, mate. But you know what I can't live with? A foul attitude. Got that myself, mate. I already know how that's going to work. But mine's just was projection towards society. Personally, I don't know how, but some weird way, being a young child that went through BS that never actually really bothered me, it was just, you know, it is what it is, mate. Right? Then I ended up turning to cannabis because, well, I felt like I had absolutely nobody in the first place, and cannabis became my best friend. And unfortunately, when I ended up relying on cannabis as being my best friend, well, you can see where the dependency started to become. I mean, in hindsight, I ain't gonna lie, what I should have done is I should have spoke out at school. I should have talked to someone at school, because that's where I received help. But, see, back in my day, if you spoke to the parents and your parents got a phone call, you got thrashed and asked if you want to be taken away by social fucking services, and if you ever do that again, you are going to feel it, boy. Yeah. That was it. You know what I mean? So when you went back to school and they spoke to you, right, you said what you told, yeah? You lied, you made it up, and you was looking for attention. And that was the exact line that you gave me. That was the exact script. And honestly, the teachers would now just turn a blind eye and forget about the whole situation. I'd never care again, even if you came in with bruises on your face. But luckily I got out of that situation anyway, so I got left in a situation where I got locked in arse, and I basically rang my dad and told him that I don't know what to do, I'm scared in case of an arse fire. And luckily as a child I was setting arse fires anyway, so you can naturally imagine what I did to my dad. Although as a child, I ain't gonna lie, I knew exactly what I was fucking doing. I don't know what you are, but you're adorable. Pick up egg creature. I want to keep it forever. What are you, though? What are you? What is this? An unidentifiable creature, eh? Who cares? It's coming with me. It's cute. You can stay there, though. Ah, come on, you can come with your friend. I could never split them up, man. It's just... Ah, fuck you, you bite. And there's that worm thing that's trying to eat me alive. Am I supposed to smash through that? Like, no offense, but my instinct tells me I need a laser cutter. But you know, the man in me says that I need to ram this in there full speed. So, yeah, let's get rid of the man bit first. Well, I only weigh 9.5 stone, what did you expect? Weirdly, I weigh 9.5 stone, but could actually pick up quite a lot more than my body weight. Like, I picked my Labrador up with one arm, and he nearly flies out my arm. Like, you know what I mean? The reason why is because with depression, and when I get frustration, and I turn to the anger situation, instead of lashing out at stuff, I drop and do 10 press-ups. I do 10 pull-ups. Right, I'm trying to move towards from lashing out at objects to converting it back into exercise, which is what I once did that helps me focus and stabilize my mind. But the problem is recently the emotions of everything and being on my own, and you know, for 13 years I've had no capability of really seeing my kids. Everything got on top of me. I started to be aggressive towards people through the drink, so I had to back away from drink because it's not fair taking my shit out on people that don't deserve it, because they've done nothing to deserve it. Now, if you give me a reason to be a dick, then fair dues, you know? You don't even have to be a good one, just a reason. And just catch me on the right day. I'm probably going to interact with that. Why? Because I was probably bored in the first place. Probably. And that's actually the main reason why I'm probably doing it. Because I'm bored, I'm depressed, I've got a lot of anger in me, and I don't know where to project it. And you see, these are kids. Hey, look, I can scan you. These are kids, I ain't gonna lie, that was made as a child with a disorder to take accountability. Instead of having some weak parent, yeah, because that's what you are, you're a weak parent, using it as an excuse. It's not an excuse, it's just an example. It is a reasoning. It's for you to realise that this child has a different regulation system. You're going to have to find ways to combat this. Okay? Especially within the new day and age of raising your child. Yeah? Now come here, my 14-year-old baby. Put down that knife. Stop stabbing daddy. I'm going to put you on the naughty step in a minute. Now, you see, if that dad were allowed to wallop that fucking kid, do you think he'd be walking around with that fucking knife? Hey, so who faults this for demasculating men in the first place and not allowing us to discipline our kids? Whose fault is that? Hey? Is that the system that the people employ's fault? Because honestly, when knives were a thing when I were a kid, mate, my dad said if he caught me with a knife, he was going to wallop me into an inch of my life. I believed him. And trust me, I did not want to fuck around and find out. Right? My dad's threatened me many times in my life, okay? But has never once said he was going to beat me to an inch of my life. Never once. But when that happened when I was a kid, that was the first thing my dad said to me. And I believed him. I full on believed him. I did not carry a knife. Even still to this day, I will not carry a knife. Well, that's offensive, mate. You know, I actually need to go through there, bro. Oh, you don't actually block. You're just dramatic. There it is. Right. So you're telling me, and bearing in mind, I'm a 90s kid. I'm basically, I'm the end of the millennials. I am. So, I got to learn everything, and everything really quickly. But honestly, I can't read, so it doesn't mean I'm any more intelligent than anyone that came before me. Right? But compared to them, I got to learn things a hell of a lot quicker than they did. Number one, I had their knowledge. Number two, I listened. Number three, I was also talking to the olders and the olders. Right? My friends at school were the people leaving school. Yeah? It wasn't until I became a year 11 and 6 that I had to speak to people my own age.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, we should probably save that right there because of that.
Vital signs
And you see,
stabilizing.
that's the problem with a lot of kids nowadays. And the reason why is because, as a child, if I would have spoke to one of my older peers, or older generation, and I had a bad situation, now they would constantly throw advice or stuff that they did that helped them out in that situation. Okay? And compared to some of the people I used to speak to, they was actually the best advice going along. They were actually more adviseful than my parents, which was, shut up, I don't want to hear it. Alright, there it is. Don't want to hear it. See you in a bit. Off I go. Alright. And plus, you know, I watched everyone. All I could see was, once upon a time when I was young, people was there for people. And then all of a sudden, very quickly, everybody turned against everybody really quickly. As in, whereas complying, I'm the new snitch is normalized. And it did. It really did. You know why I knew that? Because as a 14-year-old boy, I was struggling to get my fucking drugs. Right? That was once so easily accessible. Everyone snitched on each other. They fucked it all up. And then paranoia became a thing. And then nobody trusted anyone. And the thing is honestly, drug dealers and drugs, not that bad, to be honest, mate. As long as everything's going usually swimmingly, there's not much going off with it, to be honest. And there's no different than a pharmacy. I'm pretty sure if you try and rob a pharmacy, you know what I mean, you're going to end up in prison, blah, blah, blah. Try and rob a drug dealer, you're probably going to end up dead. As an example, there's 9 times out of 10 is usually what's done, or you know, you'll just get a good kick in and a good hiding, and like, don't do it again. But you shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Most of the people that are actually doing that actually started because they needed to put bread on the table to feed something. Yeah? Some of them, sadly, get lost in the life and forget what they started doing it for in the first place, which was to better off their family. And they get lost in the drugs, the mayhem, the chaos, and the fact that everybody wants to be your lying best friend. I've seen that. Luckily, I've never actually been in that position, because, you know, I never want my friends. You know, oh, I'd do anything for you, bro. You know what I mean? Just ask. Yeah, mate, I'm just out at a minute, and I forgot to take my bins out. Any chance you could just nip round and put a bin out? Oh, I'm busy at a minute, bro. Oh. But just yesterday, you said any time. Now all of a sudden, you're busy. Well, what are you doing, by any chance? Because, yeah, I could go on Facebook and probably see a million different fucking reels that are probably like 3 minutes long, and due to my brain that would go to calculate deals. You've at least been there for 15 minutes with them 5 reels being there. Are you fucking done actually getting me? Or they done updated you or something? Like, because about 2 seconds ago, mate, you were just constantly leaving me alone and could never actually catch me. Now I've got to pull over and repair this over here because I don't assume you're going to be here because of the dead body, and I still haven't found anywhere closer of this fucking place I'm supposed to be going. I think this game's lying to me. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. This is where a fucking map would be nice. And the problem is, I even put my Sea Glide on because I was going to use the map layout on it. And do you know what that bastard says? No signal. Do you know why I know that? Because I'm a 90s kid. Right, that's why I know what that it says. Right, I might be dyslexic, but trust me, you know, as a child, when we went to the fucking digital, and instead of getting the little snowflakes and everything, they're dropping down at a rapid speed, mate, right? You get the no signal. Also, do you remember when you were younger how you used to actually know when the phone was going to ring because the TV used to make that God, wasn't that annoying as a child? That's probably why, actually, like, us 90s and 80s, and also, even my mum does this as well, to be honest. Like, she's definitely an older generation than me. She's 20 years older than me. 21. I'm back here. Which was the age I wanted a child, to be honest. First child, I had 19, I think, got the best. Second child was not long after because, well, fucked up situation, I ain't gonna lie, mate. But you know, the worst part about all this is I've tried convincing myself I never had kids in the first place, and my ex was just something I made up in my head. I honestly believe that she was just a figment of my imagination now, and that she never actually existed. Isn't this where we came from? That's pretty much where the area I've gone to convince. And it's not because, oh, it's no, it's because it's pain, mate. It's pain just to remember she ever existed. And maybe if I forget that she existed, maybe I can forget the rest. Because I still live in my child's birth home. Yeah? Only because it's a flat and she didn't want it, otherwise it'd have been hers. Right? And obviously, because I was already resigned here, and I had the keys, all I had to do was sign the paper saying that, you know, it's just to me now, and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is I ain't gonna lie, legally, my ex still actually had property to my, access to my property for 6 weeks. And if she would have entered inside that property within those 6 weeks, by law, she would have still had more 6 weeks. Another 6 weeks. It would have refreshed. And I, legally, couldn't have done a shit about it. Legally. But luckily she was thick as fuck. So, it kind of worked out in my favour. In other words, she liked to listen to Mummy too much instead of her own in her voice, which basically corrupted her to be a mum, to be honest. And she literally has got a mum's life now, so I'm glad that I'm not part of it. I'm not gonna lie. I think a bit time when she gets to, like, when I met her when she's with her mum, she's probably going to be going out with a 17-year-old just like a fucking mum one. Because nobody else wants it. I can't even look at her anymore for what she did to me. And I'm trying to be nice. It's the mother of my kids, mate. But luckily, my kids ain't around. And hopefully they never come on. Well, hopefully my kid never comes onto my channel. I'll probably keep him far away from it because time straight, like, I went through a lot of emotional time. I went through a lot of stress and a lot of anger, and I use your mum as a represent on why I don't want another woman. Because I would rather be single than ever go through an experience like that again for the rest of my life. I wouldn't even want to take a chance. So, I'm going to be a wanker, and I'm going to do my shit. I'm going to mind my own business. I'm going to do it all peacefully and respectfully as I can. And I'm going to speak my truth because I'm sick of listening to it myself. And I ain't gonna lie, projecting it onto YouTube and outward is better than what it is projecting it to myself. Because you see, when I'm starting to internalize stuff, you see that's where anger and frustration comes in. And, you know, I feel like I need to go around fucking 9 with myself because I'm an idiot. Other than that, I don't really have no explanation. I don't think I'm hard through punching myself in the face. It just makes me feel better at the time. Like, I don't know why, but it relieves a lot of fucking anger and a lot of goddamn whatever, mate. Frustration, anger, stress, I don't know. But there's a lot of tension at a time, and I end up with a lot of blood pressure in my hand, and then I swing at myself. They're the key signs that I've learned to basically identify, like, you're just winding yourself up now, then you're doing this again. And you know, when you live with this for like 13 years on your own, even to the point where you've actually started to buy recording stuff, equipment to be able to, how the fuck did I get back here? I don't understand how I keep looping around. Oh, it's like living in my fucking estate, mate, because you can walk down paths and end up on the same road you just left. Alan, I don't know where this scanning bullshit is, man. You're lying to me, bro. Right, I've been all the way around this island. I feel like I've searched every nut and motherfucking cranny. The only thing I haven't done at the minute is lift the penis up to see if there's out underneath. I know how many fucking wrinkles are in that ball sack at the minute, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite a lot. You've seen the snap. Oh. You don't care, but it's fine. I never got what I wanted. It doesn't bother me. It's just emotional trauma that I get bored with, and I prefer to mock it. I have a dark sense of humour. What do you want from me? It kept me alive. Would you much prefer me crying about it, like most people do? Or would you just prefer me to make a laugh and a joke about it? Because honestly, that's exactly what I am going to do. I don't know where to go. I don't want to go up there. I know dropping off here is just going to lead me back round there. I'm just trying to find a big ass motherfucking goddamn thing. See, I knew. What the fuck am I looking at? I don't know what I did there. But he just kind of just retreated. Maybe he jumped over me, actually. That's what he did. He didn't retreat. I look like his tail end. I don't know how to identify anywhere in this game, man. And even getting beacons are not going to help me. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't help that we've got this huge motherfucking fog around. And it really doesn't help that everything seems to just backloop all the time. I mean, this thing over here really doesn't bother me. It's more of an irritation than it is else. Mainly because I can just go to this dead worm over here. See, look, I know where I am. And it doesn't seem to interact with me over here. Look, see, I go over here, mate. It just forgets that I exist. See. Oh, where the f... I'm meant to be going. I've been through tunnels, I've been through everything. This is my last option here, mate. Follow this cable. The only reason why I haven't followed it, because look, it just leads me to broken ends. That's all it... No, actually we're somewhere. Oh, I can bring this in. Legend. All I'm going to say is thanks. You see, on the first one, I followed a lot of these motherfucking green wires. There's a reason why I followed these green wires. Right? Because they usually led you towards something within the game. Oh, you better be something for this motherfucking goddamn bodybuilding bullshit cunting. Emeralds. Emeralds. You're nothing to do with the thing either, are you? What else was scannable there? I'm pretty sure you had some of the scan there. Oh, this. Ah, thank you.
Ah, that is a rough way to go.
Yes, I would not enjoy being crushed while mining iron cube components.
The cold preserved the body well, but this isn't a big sample. Will it be enough?
Our tissues are pluripotent, derived from the DNA of various species, capable of changing form as necessary.
Ah, like stem cells. So, what prevents you from, I don't know, ending up with hooves where your eyelashes should go?
That does not happen. At least not since the 4th iteration.
Hey, we're getting somewhere, finally. Now where the last one? Well, at least we know where we can actually get a lot of this cube shit from. Although I've not really seen the dire need for it, but we are going to bear it in mind, so I'm just going to take a mental note of something I'm going to forget about, but at least know its location and its rough abouts. Follow the green wire. See, look, this is why I stopped following, because in the ocean, these weren't leading me to anything. So I kind of just lost interest. Now we're out of here, because honestly, you shut the fuck up. I'm going back, because I'm sick of that fucking word. So note but goddamn harassed me since I've been here. Yeah, bro, I won't be out here, mate. Run. Mate, it's not me you want to be worried about. And I'm gone, motherfucker. I mean, what type of boost is that anyway? Look, bro, you're not that interesting, you. I'm not gonna lie. In all fairness, from some people's reactions to what you actually are, you're kind of pathetic. Huh. I've never actually flipped this before. Oopsie daisy. Who reaps this high? I don't know where you actually are, mate. I know you're a borrowing thing, though. What the fuck? Oh.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Right. I'm not getting this snow from me. But I'll just put you out. Run, my furry friend. Cheers, bro. He's coming over here. Wrong one. Thought you were the teleport. We're gonna have to do that, I know, when we come back. I'm gonna have to get TP. Alright, get one of his beacons and just put TP on the teleporter. So that way at least I can find it on the way back. Although I don't see any physical need to actually go back over there. So... I honestly don't care. I like driving in my car. Bum, 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 bum. See, look, this is all I usually thought. I can't get out of here. Do you know, honestly, I couldn't find any way to get to there in the first place. Constantly kept finding my way out of this zone. And now, I think I've just programmed, I'm stuck here now, that's it. It's just confinement, mate. Me and this worm living forever until I fucking run out of batteries. Right, now we gotta try and find a way to those two destinations. Also, I'm still looking for where the actual prawn suit attachment is, so I can navigate around quicker, although it's becoming pointless. Right over here. Crazy Bob. Yum. Worse than I am. Also, I don't have a clue what game we're playing next. Honestly, I'm just, well, you know me by now, I'm just randomly gonna pick some up. All the new people. I don't even have a clue what I'm playing myself, mate. It's just basically potluck. I don't have much money, so basically have a look at the free crap and blah blah blah, see what's there, and pretty much go around there. How has this lost signal? And now it's got signal. Son of a bitch.
You have found 2 of the 3 components required for the construction of my corporeal form. This is as close as I have come to autonomy in a long time.
You have such a way with words.
Is that sarcasm?
It was. You're learning.
Hopefully, I will not have time to complete my study.
I was wondering, if you can transfer bodies, why was it important to find a cure when you were infected? couldn't you just make a new body?
As you can see in the components you have scanned thus far, the forms we require combine biological and mechanical parts. The tissues you have scanned were developed from the DNA of 27 separate alien species.
27? That seems greedy. And wouldn't that mean that anything that infects a body you've manufactured can potentially learn how to infect all those other species?
Yes. That is why a cure was imperative.
So that does. What a constipation. Oh, also, I'm going to be refreshing soon, so we're going to go back to the base. I kind of wish we would have kept that at the beginning, but with this game I'm kind of losing interest in that because it's taking forever to actually find things. So, like, I need to find the prawn suit bitch now, I'm guessing. I don't know what I'm doing with the pangolin research, because, you know, it doesn't really seem to be doing it. Problem is, she said she were 1.5 miles out from that destination. On an iceberg somewhere. What are you actually identifying as an iceberg, mate? Because, you know, an iceberg to me is something that's basically not connected to the ground. Yeah, this technically would be an iceberg. I would not like to be crashing into that in a ship unless it had a specific design to withstand the impact to cut through. I mean, that's like you think you're like somewhere here, mate. This kind of looks right. Prawn suit in there. I hate this storm. I can't see shit. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing with that penguin research. Right, I've put the penguin spy on it and everything. Squidgy. There you go, Squidgy. Look, see? Some of your family members. Oh, look, see? Do you need a brother? Do you want a brother? Right. No? Okay, Squidgy. You get to stay with your parents. Don't worry, I'm not kidnapping them, you're fine. Me and Squidgy have got places to be. I'm wondering if it randomly just grows up one day, mate, you know what I mean? Right, there's fuck all there. Looks like I already didn't know. I honestly preferred the Seamoth because the sea truck kind of sucks that I can only have like 50-50. Oh, I probably shouldn't do that in case it gets stuck and I hadn't saved it. But actually, now we can do as we please. I've been on land for too long now, I forgot what the ocean looked like. No, this is just a looting spot. I already know this. There's quite a decent amount of copper and silver in there. A few bits of gold. See, because this looks like an iceberg and all, but look, bet she's not there. Shocker. Oh, where the fuck are we going now? I already know where the end game is. That's the thing. I literally know where it is. It's right next to... Where is it? Fuck you, you lies. No, it's not next to the loop. I don't like going over there at all. Diddy lives over there. There, that's where it is. Blue shit. I mean blue stuff. I don't even know if I'll let me type shit. This looks like an iceberg. What about here? Cage. I don't know why there's a shark cage, but there's a shark cage. That's dead. I think I've been here though. I won't lie. Can I scan this? Am I allowed to subject? I don't know whether that's for me or the fish, because I don't get why the ladders are right there. Oh, you look like a scannable object. I don't know why Subnautica now is starting to feel like a lot more easy as a navigation. The problem is with this game is you can't see because of the weather implication they've put in. So, like, you barely see out there compared to what you can see in here. Oh mate, these are your ravaged fucking, let's see, American pit bulls, mate. Oh. Well, fuck off. I don't know where this bitch is. This is gonna go on YouTube in a minute, mate. Like, bitch, prawn suit, second location. Like, cause I feel like I've been naturally searching for her and just... I'm probably searching at the wrong end of the fucking map, mate. I am. She's probably not even on an iceberg, mate. She's probably in the middle of her ocean, fucking sat there, like. Emergency power for what? Something I don't care about. There ain't no emergency power at my main base, I can tell you that. Looks like an iceberg, that looks like an iceberg. You know, there's a lot of icebergs around to specifically identify whether you are. It's annoying. It's probably on a land, mate. It's probably not even on a fucking iceberg. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing right because it don't sound right. Oh, you know what I'm having for dinner today? I thought I'd spoil myself because Christmas is coming up. And I'm actually trying to plate new meals instead of just random shit. I'm having a chicken stir fry. I mean, it's quite cheap to make. I mean, it sounds expensive, but it's not. Especially because I'm just like one person. So I go to Tesco. It cost me £2.59 for 2 chicken breasts. Perfect for me. Because I usually have 2 chicken breasts for my Sunday dinner. But, you know, obviously I've got other fillings as well. And, what, the egg noodles cost like £1.70. And then my sauce costs like 65p, but I like extra sauce, so I get 2 packs. And then, what, my prawn crackers are £1. Is that my meal, like, costs? Oh, and I get like this other bag. It comes with the what they're called. Oh, the root things that you can get. Fucking white things that usually go in your chow mein. But yeah, it comes with veg, mushrooms, and stuff like that. So I get that as well. It costs like an extra 170. Like £6. So like, if you're really good at maths
Dangerous weather approaching.
and you think
Seek
you're doing well in
shelter.
society, let me give you a bit of advice. What you do is you work out your total income. Yeah, your total income, what you actually get. Okay, you work it all out. Now, you round it down to the nearest 10. Okay. So if your income, I don't know, so I'm just going to pick random numbers. I'm not picking any logistics, but I'm just going to give you an example. So say you receive £28, that's what you receive, okay? Right. You got to now work that out. So the first thing you do, round it down to 20. Work out your expenses. Yeah? And then if your expenses are less than that, you see that's where the money comes in handy. Now, if you're lucky and you're able to spend under your actual budget, you're fine. Then you work out your cost of living, then you work out your fucking goddamn what your luxuries are, what you need to entertain yourself in your small time, and then you move upon towards different areas. See, the problem is the world naturally, with the money situation, is naturally trying to teach you to save resources instead of, exploiting. But the problem is what humanity has done instead is now we prioritize everything as a luxury. You got to think that you got shop, you buy that chocolate bar that you don't usually buy yourself, right? And you don't buy yourself a chocolate bar all the time, blah blah blah, And you're like, oh, I just go and have a couple pieces, and then I'll leave it for the week, so that I've got some more chocolate, for instance. Now, this could be anything that you want. This chocolate can represent drugs. It can represent out. Right? It's just a representation. It's basically fucking algebra, mate. What more do you want? The letter represents a number that you don't have any value of until you get to find out. So like 3 plus n equals 7. What is the value of n? Well, it's 4. The reason why I know that is because I know the sum. I know what it tallies to. Which basically, if you want to go into business, that's also another thing that you would use. Because you would look at your product, so you know how much product is. You know how much you're buying. Now, see, the problem is you don't really know what you're going to return. So you'd make your estimate, and then you'd make a reasonable estimate, and then you would work off of, I need to make my money back, even if it's just 10p on each product. Yeah? But what most businesses don't really understand is, actually, do you know if you only make 10p on your actual product, you're going to make a lot more money quicker than anybody else in this world. The reason why is because as long as it's good for us, we enjoy it. I mean, to be honest, you don't even have to be healthy. Let's have a look at alcohol, for instance. Alcohol is not healthy, but yet we still buy it. And the reason why is because it's nice to disconnect. Right. I mean, to be honest, what I do is no different, probably, than a pastor in a fucking church that still lives off taxpayers' money. I listen to people's sins. I try and give them advice. And I'll even turn around and say, like, look, mate, I didn't do the best in life. Here's where I went wrong. Man, listening to a woman as a young, stupid, easily manipulated boy. Yeah. That's where I went wrong. I listened to my dick. And you wonder why I'm single. I ain't listening to that shit again, mate. My penis, I ignore it. Every time I listen to it, it's when I need a piss. That's it. You see, that's what most men don't actually understand. The reason why women use men like they do is because you're all easy. Yeah? You not turn down a woman at all. You're easy. You're actually more cheap than the women. And the reason why is because, I ain't gonna lie, it's very likely that we're actually gonna get that option. You see why a woman is so expensive? It's because she gets offers all entire night because you simping the fuck out of her, mate, making her feel like royalty. So therefore, she can shun you because within her mindset, what you're saying is you're a peasant. Yeah, that's literally what you're saying. Fucking hell, mate. I would not be bragging, shagging a bird that I've had to buy drinks all night to get in bed. Bro, it's no different than date raping. You've had to get a woman completely intoxicated to be able to get your dick away. I just feel embarrassed as a man to have to do that. No, I would never take advantage on a woman like that. No. Did in the past, don't get me wrong. I was young. You know, when you're young, I get it. But do you know when you're an adult, I don't get anything that anybody is trying to preach to me. Because honestly, most of their argument seems more pathetic than the child throwing a tantrum because it wanted a chocolate bar. Like, oh, have you heard about cost of living? You heard about kids being raped? No, you did care about that. You worry about yourself, though, didn't you? Yeah. How do you feel? It's called fear-mongering. It's what the government do. You don't realise that? The problem is with an intelligent species, okay, how do you trap it? Well, I'll tell you how you trap an intelligent species. What you do is you allow it to trap itself. You build it a system that only falls upon itself like a triangle, because every time it collapses, it just becomes more stronger. Yeah? Because, you see, the bottom of the triangle, that's the foundation, right? And the two that create the point, the two lines that create the point, we see that's the government and the people. Now, depending on which one breaks or gives way, it has to lean onto the other for support. Do you get that? Yeah? It's got to lean onto the other one's stability for support so that it can get its triangle again with a bit remaining on the top that's no longer needed for the structure. You see, that is humanity and the government right there. Now, we're not at a balance. We're not at the top. I ain't going to lie. See, we lean on the government. Yeah? All of us. Every single human. Yeah? The farm industry, everything. Now, we should be leaning on the people. But the people lost its community and its foundation and its support and its connect and became very egotistic towards one another, which brought anger, jealousy, and many other things that come beyond that. Humanity is the one that invited demonic presence on this earth. And we did it from the beginning. Now, to me, they don't like demonic presence. Yeah, that's evil spirits. That's an evil entity around you. You can go with that. For me, I personally prefer, because my family was the spiritual area and that lot. I'm completely nuts and going insane, and these are the voices that are in my head, and it's a lot more easier to justify it to be something else than trying to take the blame myself. But then I have intelligence on my side that basically goes, You know I'm gonna fuck you up at some point. Yep. Yes, I do. Can you just leave me with stuff? Hey, I find comfort in something, and then you're just there to go. All right, Ben. All right, depression. How we doing? I'm doing good, but you're not gonna be. And I figured that out. Fucking goddamn cunt. So, anyway, I was thinking. Do you remember that time? Yeah, that one. That one that breaks you out and destroys you. Makes you hate everything. Yeah, you remember that. I mean, I try not to, mate, but it's always there, eh? Prick. And that's what it's become. Personally, I just call it the bully boys now. But the problem is I always liked picking on bullies anyway, so I just end up fighting myself. Fucking what, bro? I'm fucking bothered about you, mate. I will fucking smile at you while you threaten me. Why? Because I have a disorder and I find it entertaining. And I really enjoyed horror films when I was a child. I find it amusing, I'm sorry. I try and keep a straight face, but I really can't. I got my ass whooped as my dad when I was a kid, and trust me, he didn't hold back. Neither did my stepdad, neither did my older brothers. And no offence, I was always outmatched and I was always outnumbered within each situation. And 9 times out of 10, I was the one that came on top, so I was involved. I still can't find this goddamn bitch, man. I mean, this is about one part of the goddamn thing. We've done Sam's bit. We still haven't found the green monster. We've actually nearly completed the game before I found the one thing I actually downloaded the game for, because I know that there's a big scary ass motherfucking monster in an ice cap, and I wanted to see it. I am hoping that maybe the prawn suit bitch, whenever I can find her, is around. But honestly, I feel like eventually I'm just going off into the abyss. And the reason why you know that you're off into the abyss, I ain't gonna lie, is it's this way. Like literally, you go a bit out here. I should have a base around here actually. So. Should. Oh no, I don't. I mean, that don't look like an ice cap, mate, to be honest. That just looks like a floating rock. It feels like they've lowered the render distance as well. I don't know why. Performance issues. Like, because I'm sure things were rendering so much further than what they are now. Oh yeah. You hear that noise that you're listening to right now from them whales? Do you know when you actually hear that noise and you're gonna hear it, it's gonna resonate from the atmosphere. Shit yourselves. Yeah. Especially if that noise comes along. You see, there's a thing, like, animals speak in vibration, yeah? Listen to a dog, it barks,
With
it
this,
takes
I
it.
believe you have uncovered all the artifacts of note. Thank you for your help. I will have to consider what this means.
Calorie intake recommended.
That we're gonna die, motherfucker, yeah.
Hypothermia imminent.
Oh, can you shut up, man? You're more dramatic than I am. I'm inside a cave for a start, mate. You're telling me this cave's not warm enough, but I can hop on a fucking bike and whip-de-doo-dah, I'm warm. Hey? Hey? And where's the artifact, dickhead? Because I don't... What you on about? What do you mean I've collected all parts? Oh, right here. I'll let you off. Do you know what that is? That's a fucking satellite. That's what that is. So we've got all these. We've got them all. Alan's just said we've got every single one. Cannonball! Now where the fuck's my goddamn ship? We need fish. Matt, fuck off. Right, no offence, but you're obnoxiously in the way all the time. Beeper, get here! You give me the most food substance. I should be allowed to make Squidgy my pet. You can ride these, no, can't you? It's a shame you can't control it, like, but it's cool, I suppose. We're glitched. I ain't gonna lie, I love this thing, mate. I really wish. Well, technically it was, but you needed like the submarine to do it. And the worst bit about it is you could only stock one, which kind of made it sucky. So like you kind of had the prawn suit, or you had the goddamn thingy. Off this motherfucking water all the time. I've got it because I have found no other suit. Right? It's the only suit I've got, and it makes me believe I've got some sort of body armor. Alright? I'm YouTubing where this bitch is on the ice, mate, because this is boring. And, I'm losing interest in the game. Not physically, I want to play somewhere else. It's a good game, but like I say, if you're on top of an iceberg, I've literally got this vision here. I've got to constantly hold L to be able to be above the surface. I actually can't see fuck all in the first place by doing it, so it's a waste of time. All it is more straining for my eyes to be able to visually, you know, stay attracted to it. Like, I mean, there's so many places where it looks like she could be. I ain't gonna lie, that was a big one I thought she would have been. Hang on, there's something there. It's a fucking plant. It's a mother implant, is what it is. Right, let's go and have a look around. Honestly, sweetheart, me and you have got different opinions on what the fucking ice. Because I feel like I've explored every single one. And she's not exactly hard to miss, I ain't gonna lie. She's got a fluffy ass dog with her, weirdly, that can actually swim all the depths down there without actually really losing any health. like oxygen. I don't know if they can actually breathe in water. I assume they will land. Yo, like, you fucking killed Squidgy, bro. But we know that you can feed Squidgy. I'm gonna replace Squidgy, but you're dead. Horrible things, mate. Right, I don't like them anymore. I want Squidgy back. Fuck my 6 minutes. Squidgy's more important. Coming back, Squidgy. I know not to do that again. Ah, Squidgy's alive. We're not though. Alright. What information did we lose? Because I don't know what's going off with me right now. We'll do. Right, we didn't lose that. So did we collect the last bit of information then? Right. Where the fuck are we? I didn't even think they ate like squidges. They're swimming around them all the time, mate. They literally just ate my motherfucking squidgy. Feedback, yeah, there's a huge bug. Motherfucking thing ate my penguin.
Weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Dangerous for them, mate. Killing every single one, mate. Come near me. My squidgy. I wondered why you were following me around all the time. I was trying to eat you, wasn't you, squidgy? Yeah, squidgy. You're back. Don't worry. Like nothing ever happened, bro. Alright. Save it, so that we don't have to do that shit again. Bombs away! Quite squidgy, you love this sort of shit. You can go away before them things see you. You fucking come near my squidgy, mate, and I swear to God I'll shank you motherfucking up. Come near my squidgy, mate. Don't come near me, bro. Yeah. Fucking thing. Can this map fuck off out my way, please? Like, no offense, but it's obnoxiously just in the motherfucking way. Alright, don't worry guys. Squidgy's still alive. Squidgy's not done anyway. Alright, I'm gonna refresh. So